As a psychic angel messenger and angelic spirit channeler, I do talk to angels all day. And this is about my investigation and the Salvation Army in homeless shelters. There's 1,000 million psychic angel messengers in the telephone book. And that's somebody who is psychic and who talks to angels. That's what I am. When I go to the hospital and tell them I'm a psychic angel messenger and angelic spirit channeler, they always put psychosis on my paperwork, and I already filed a complaint about this to the Citizens Commission of Human Rights. That's abusive to lie on people's paperwork. That ruins people's reputations. When I go to a hospital and I tell them I'm a psychic angel messenger and angelic spirit channeler, I want them to put that on my paperwork because it's abusive if they say it's psychosis and it ruins my reputation. So I already filed a complaint about this to the Citizens Commission on Human Rights. It makes me not trust anybody in the medical profession. Why would I ever trust them? I already investigated hospitals. I went there. I told them I was a psychic angel messenger and angelic spirit channeler. They didn't put the correct stuff on my paperwork. That's abusive. That ruins people's reputations. I don't know if they do that so perverts can track them down or what. I don't know why they would lie. There's tons of psychic angel messengers in the telephone book. I'm guessing that if any psychic angel messenger or angelic spirit channeler went to the hospital and told them that's what they were, that they would put psychosis on the paperwork. Why am I at the hospital all the time? Because I'm homeless. Why am I homeless? Because I was a housewife and I never had to work my whole life. So anyway, I was a housewife. My husband recently divorced me and now I'm homeless. So I go to the hospital all the time. And when I tell the staff there that I'm a psychic angel messenger and angelic spirit channeler, they put psychosis on my paperwork, and I had to file complaints about that because it does ruin people's reputations. I'm guessing that people donate tons of money to help homeless people out, but that homeless shelters are full of doctors that already lied to tons and tons of people, so nobody will go to these places. If you have a doctor in your facility, I'm going to lie to you because I already investigated you and all you do is lie. So I'm guessing tons and tons and tons and tons of people, tons of rich people donate massive amounts of money to help homeless people, help clothe homeless people, help feed homeless people. But the homeless people won't go to these places because doctors are there or anybody anybody that has already lied to them. This this is too much nonsense. This homeless shelter is built like a high security prison. It's really expensive. There's the latest security doors and light sensory equipment. The bathrooms are set up like a nursing home. So I'm guessing they're taking all the rich people's money that is donating. I'm guessing they're taking all the rich people's money that are donating to homeless people. Tons of people want to help homeless people out. Okay, I got all this money. I really want to help these. I want to help people out. I'm guessing. I'm guessing they're ripping massive amounts of people off. Homeless people don't need all this stuff. All they need is a ride, a car. That's all. That's actually all they need. They don't need all this talky stuff, especially not when any doctors are near, because those people have already lied. They do massive amounts of science experiments and weird stuff, and everybody knows it. They're always wanting people to do their dream studies, and are asking people to help them. They want, oh, I want, we're looking for people to who want to sign up for our sleep programs and all this kind of stuff. I have a life. I have hobbies. I have interests. My hobbies are crafting and anything spiritual, and sub boxes, and well, that was my husband's hobby that I enjoyed. So this is creepy nonsense that isn't helping homeless people out. This is for researchers and perverts and uh, and tons of people. People people had to donate money for this stuff. I'm guessing. I'm guessing this is where all the salvation money goes to. That everybody's donating. So this is a big ripoff. These people are just ripping off the American population so they can get fancy weird buildings. So I did live in a tent. I'm recently divorced. My husband already knows not to trust any of these people. He refuses to talk to any doctors, and he always has. And his mother kicked him out of the house when he was young, and he had to live with lots of people. And he got so poor that he ended up in jail. I'm sure you can guess, if you're really poor, you're freezing to death. You just try to get into a building and you end up in jail. So my husband was already in jail, and he was in jail before I met him. I met him right after he got out of jail, and I was a teenager. So I gave him a place to live at my grandmother's house, and I got him a good job where my dad worked. And after that, we got an apartment. He didn't have a driver's license, so I drove him around everywhere. And I got him a good job at a CNC factory. And we got married before that. So my husband already knows not to trust all these people because he was in jail. He's the one that told me they do science experiments and weird stuff on inmates in jail. So he already knows not to trust these people. This stuff means creepiness. This is all creepy. So I have had to live in a tent. I know after investigating all this stuff, not that these are the bad places. Oh, this woman's a psychic angel messenger, angelic spirit channeler. We can use this as her for our dream studies. This is somebody we need in our doctor controlled facilities, like in Firestarter. Have you ever seen that movie Firestarter? These are the bad places. You see the United Way. These are the bad places. Any kind of doctors. That means a bad place. They need people for their studies, dream studies, food studies. I was already here. They don't have any healthy breakfast foods except for apples. Everything else is donuts, bagels, sugary cereals. So these are the bad places. So I went to St. Anthony's Hospital only because it's a Catholic hospital, and the nuns and priests there are into angels, and I'm a psychic angel. I'm a psychic angel messenger and angelic spirit channeler, and I'm married to Saint Michael the Archangel, and we have a sexual relationship. And they know that lots of people back in the day were married to angels, and they know that I'm a reincarnated angel, so that it's fine that I am married to Saint Michael and have a sexual relationship with him. So that's why I always go to St. Anthony's. And and everybody knows St. Anthony's hospitals, everybody knows the Catholic hospitals have a lot of problems with the government right now, like their birth control thing. St. Anthony's Hospital knows birth control is bad. The government made them say their staff could take birth control and they didn't want to. So St. Anthony's has its own problems with the government. So I went to St. Anthony's Hospital. I like talking to the priests they have there. And unfortunately, when you're there, you have to talk to a social worker if you're homeless. So I went to St. Anthony's Hospital. They told me to go to the Salvation Army and sign up for their job program. They know I'm only looking for a job. That's it. I have my own interests and hobbies. I don't need friendship of any kind. If I did, I wouldn't talk to any kind of doctors ever. I would just email the Vatican 10 million times like I always do. So the Salvation Army didn't have a job program. After the social worker at St. Anthony's told me they did have a job program. So I don't know if anybody knows if the Salvation Army has a job program or not. I don't know if all the Salvation Armies or the Salvation Army's money that rich people donates to goes to these crap holes. Nobody's interested in your jail facilities. That's what this is for your weird medical science experiments. Getting a job is easy. You just drive around and fill out tons of applications, and somebody calls you back within weeks. This is a bunch of crap that's abusive, like prison. Have you ever been to prison? This is what this stuff is. I've already been here. So the Salvation Army seemed easy. You just get to the facility, the Salvation Army building, and they have a job program. So the social worker said. And you just have to go there every day. How easy is that? This looks easy. That's what I'm interested in. No one's interested in this. I already picked up psychically that they're working right now because they don't want me close to my children. And I picked this up on my psychic channel that they don't want me close to my children because my children are almost 18 and they know my children will be giving me rides everywhere. So I already picked up psychically that they're really busting my ass right now. I don't know if it's to ruin my reputation or to lie about me worse than they already have. But they don't want my children driving me around everywhere. So I picked up using the psychic angel connection. So this seemed easy. This is a Salvation Army route. You just show up to our Salvation Army building, and we got a job program. You just need to get there. This is some sort of weird fire starter compound. So I'm guessing tons of rich people donate money to help homeless people, and nobody helps them. I'm guessing they lie about homeless people for their weird stuff. This motel that is next to the Salvation Army is set up where I barely have enough money to stay here. And I spent all my time getting down here to sign up for the Salvation Army's job program where I could just get a ride from any Joe Blow that wasn't a educated person. Nobody likes those people. They're all brainwashed strangely. So I just went to the Salvation Army to sign for the job program. I just need a ride, preferably from any Joe Blow, any Tom, Dick, and Harry that has a day off. I don't see why the Salvation Army can't hire a previous homeless person to drive other homeless people around all day to fill out job applications. When they come into their facility, I'm living at the motel next to the Salvation Army. I don't have a car. Obviously, I can get to the Salvation Army every day to be driven around by any Joe Blow that works there, preferably a previous homeless person, because I don't like these creepy people. These are all creep shows. This isn't creepy. It is still creepy because it has a claim center right here, and it's a Salvation Army, and tons of people donate massive amounts of things and money to the Salvation Army to help homeless people out and poor people. I'm homeless. Nobody was at this place. There was a few people there, but it was a huge facility that could have housed 50 more people than what was in it. And the other half of the facility was some weird clinic or something. I don't know. Nobody here goes to the doctor. We already figured out nobody intelligent goes to the doctor. And if you do, you're supposed to lie to them. So I'm really trying to get somewhere with my life. All I need is a ride to fill out job applications and a ride to work and back. Me and my ex-husband have done that to other homeless people. It wasn't hard, it was enjoyable. I feel really sorry for anybody that donates money to the Salvation Army. They're just ripping you off. They're more than likely having all these fancy facilities built. The staff there is probably eating free donuts and tons of stuff. There's barely there's barely any homeless people even in these places. So I guess this is just for, I could start a homeless shelter and easily help homeless people out. I just get a house, come in here if you're homeless. Well, here they come. Well, you guys need a job. I'll give you a ride to fill out job applications. Pile them in my car. Drive around all day to all the different places. Have them fill out job applications. After letting them use a shower. Take a back. When a job calls them, they can tell me, or yeah, they can tell me. I'll take them. Then go to the job interview. Take them back. If the job calls them and says they're hired, take them to their job, pick them up. If they need special work boots, steel-toed boots, or what, I have plenty in my building. 2 or 3 months goes by, they got a couple $1,000s. That's enough for a car to get a car. If you go to the car lot, you fill out paperwork, and they say if you're approved or not. So I go to a lot of these ghetto car lots and have in the past to get cars, and it doesn't take much to get a car. So within months, they have enough money to get a car and a first and last month's down payment for an apartment. It's that simple. Everybody knows what it takes to get a job. You need to have a car to get there and back. You need to have a phone to be able to answer if the job calls you, and you need to have clothes that are appropriate for your job. Everybody knows what it takes to get a job, and it's not hard to get a job. I was a CNA, and it wasn't hard for me to be a CNA. It was simple. As soon as I got my CNA diploma, it was a 4 month class. As soon as I got my CNA diploma, I got a job within weeks of getting it. So everybody knows what it takes to get a job. It doesn't take much to get a job. Why are all these homeless people on the streets? And why do they have all these creepy facilities that are like prisons? To get a job, you need the proper clothing, you need transportation, and you need a cell phone. And a mailing address. I have a mailing address. That's my ex-husband's. I have a cell phone. I have a place to stay. That's at this motel. The last motel I went to, I walked to all the businesses nearby and filled out job applications. While I was trying to walk to the bus stop to get to the Salvation Army to sign up for their job program, weird people were stopping me in their cars and asking me strange questions and driving me off the road and honking at me. So I had to email the Vatican and the Church of Scientology and complain about it. I don't know if the people who are in charge of these $1 million homeless shelter facilities are trying to steal my computer or what, but it's really creepy. I am homeless. I'm a psychic angel messenger and angelic spirit channeler. When I go to the hospital, they mess up all my paperwork. They don't even put on my paperwork that I'm a psychic angel messenger and angelic spirit channeler. They say I have psychosis. So I already proved that they lie. If any psychic angel messenger or angelic spirit channeler goes to the hospital, they will in fact put down that you have psychosis on your paperwork, even though that's your religious rights in America to be a psychic angel messenger and angelic spirit channeler. They lie horribly. I'm just trying to get a job, and I've had them Before, when I was a CNA, I only worked on the weekends. Some people might think, well, you said in your other YouTube video you were a housewife and you never worked. Well, I don't consider working on the weekends work. So I already learned you can't trust doctors or any staff at the hospitals. If you say you're a psychic angel messenger, angelic spirit channeler, they will put on their paperwork that you have psychosis. Even though it's your religious rights in America to be a psychic angel messenger and angelic spirit channeler. When you go to the St. Anthony's Hospital, they will, and if you're homeless, they will tell you to go to the Salvation Army to sign up for their job program. When you get to the Salvation Army, they will tell you they don't have a job program, and they'll give you this weird number to call. Feel free to call that number all you want. So it's no wonder that I had to sleep in tents. It's it's no wonder why I know this other homeless guy that has to sleep under a bridge. He always goes over to my Aunt Tammy's house all the time. So I feel really bad that everybody is getting ripped off and donating to homeless shelters when they don't even help homeless people out. They just take their money. I went to a homeless shelter 2 years ago, and before I got there, I had bought my daughter a nice hat, and it had earplugs in it so she could listen to her iPad. You just took the thing and put it in your iPad, and it had the earpiece in it built into the hat, like built-in earpieces, so you could listen to your music. And while I was at the homeless shelter, I donated the nice hat I just bought to them because the hat was too small for my daughter. And the woman working there said, "Oh, this is really nice. I'm going to keep this." And then the staff there was so rude that I left. So they just take all the cool stuff that you donate and keep it themselves, especially if it has price tags on it. My sister crochets. She crochets really nice stuff too. She just crocheted me this scarf, and if you were to buy this at the Pottery Barn, it would cost $75. You probably can't tell, but it is really nice, a nice scarf. So my sister wastes her time. She crochets all this stuff that you'd see at the Pottery Barn for $75, $100. if not more. She crochets all this really, really, really nice stuff and donates it to the homeless shelter. I go to the homeless shelters. I never see my sister's nice stuff there. This looks really good with my black coat. It's nice for homeless people because they can wrap their heads up. I wasn't allowed to wear a hat in the homeless shelter. The woman working there told me to take it off. So this is nice for them because they can wrap their heads up in it. It is something really thoughtful and nice for homeless people. So you can see how this is attractive. Pottery barn stuff. Not Pottery Barn stuff, but the real expensive store stuff. If I had it wrapped around correctly. She also makes scarves nicer than this, have pockets in it. This is like if you're Vanity reincarnated, that'd be like Vanity Fair. High fashion is terrifying. So obviously I am the Angel Vanity reincarnated, so I know what I'm talking about. So this is high fashion stuff that's expensive and it's terrifying. If done correctly, I can actually look like a sexy Islamic person. So this is Vanity Fair stuff that's expensive. They don't have my sister's good looking stuff at the homeless shelters. That is convenient and thoughtful. This stuff wraps up homeless people's heads. I'm homeless. It looks good. She wastes her time making this amazing stuff for homeless people. Where is it? This is the stuff I like to wear. I'm homeless. I am a reincarnated angel, and I'm vanity. That'd be Vanity Fair, the Vatican. This is sexy. When I wear my black coat, she makes this stuff for homeless people. She has scarves like this. They have pockets in it, and they can put their cigarettes in it, and have their gloves hanging out with their black coats. Why isn't all of her amazing stuff at the homeless shelters? This Here's something homeless people like. They can cover their faces up. Am I allowed to wear this at the homeless shelters? This is an expensive hat my brother made. Now he didn't make it, but he gave it to me. Am I allowed to wear this at the homeless shelters? This is something I would normally wear to fill out job applications. Where's all this stuff going? I'm homeless. This is what I like to wear. I don't necessarily like this shirt with this. So they're not providing homeless people with jobs, and they're not providing homeless people with good looking clothing, even though people donate the good stuff to the homeless shelters. Some people might think we don't need homeless people looking like Vanity Fair models. If they're the Angel Vanity reincarnated, then they absolutely do need to look like Vanity Fair models. People are wasting their time making all this stuff. Rich people like helping homeless people out. I'm living in tents because of these creep show places. What is this, some sort of nursing facility where you have to wear a uniform? Was that like a smock or something? This is the fire starter facility. When you leave there, you'll be able to start fires or become like Magnesium from the X-Men. Remember how he was ripped away from his mom and he got magic powers? So this is the fire starter homeless shelter where when you leave you'll be able to start fires with your mind or be able to move metal. So don't donate any money to the Salvation Army. Don't donate any of your stuff to the Salvation Army. They don't help homeless people out. It all goes to weird medical facilities where they do lab testing on animals like dogs and squirrels. If you do go to any of these homeless shelters, make sure you don't ever tell them the truth and try to escape as soon as possible before you can start fires.